everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Pratibha Chauhan this side, and I hope all of you are doing well and your preparation is doing fantastic as always. Now here I'll be talking about the normal routine of a NEET PG aspirant. I was receiving a lot of messages regarding how a day of a NEET PG aspirant looks like, and what my day used to look like, how I used to plan my day when I was preparing for this exam. So I thought of talking about it in a little detail and discussing it ahead. So there are two groups of students. One who is an early riser, which I was, and my strategy, you will be relating with that as well. But somebody who is a late night study person, I guess you need to figure it out on your own, because I am not the right person to talk about that, because I was never a late night study student, right? So you guys, you guys can figure it out on your own, right? Let's just talk about what should be the actual timeline of the day, and then I will obviously tell how you have to plan your day. I mean, apart from your the basic routine, right? Now in the morning, obviously I used to wake up at around 5 to 5:30, depending on what time I went to bed the last night, and 5 to 5:30 used to be my usual wake up time. So if I'm waking up at 5, I'll give like 15-20 minutes in freshening up and doing my stuff, and then around like 45 minutes from 5:30 to 6:15 I will be devoting to the physical activity, yoga, meditation, a brisk walk, or maybe some cardio, which keeps me a little active throughout the day. It's very important for all of us to maintain that, because some of us ignore the importance of this thing once exam is approaching, just not to waste time. But trust me, it is going to help you to stay active all throughout the day. So just incorporate that as well. It is going to be very helpful. And then I used to obviously come back and just freshen up for a while, and then I used to devote 1 to 1.5 hours, like around from 6:45, 6:50 to 8:10, to revise all the volatile stuff, which I have the list of, which obviously I'll be talking about in detail as well. That means the volatile stuff का मतलब इसमें आएगा आपका सबसे पहले you have to revise your 20th notebook. Secondly, you have to revise your previous year's questions. 20th notebook is a must to revise your previous year's questions. You can obviously divide 15-20 questions रोज revise कर लो previous year's questions के, तो भी आप when the exam is going to approach, you will be revising a lot of questions till that time, right? Then उसके बाद जो third चीज़ आप revise करेंगे will be obviously your the recent updates. Apart from your this previous year's questions and your 20th notebook, revise your recent updates. Make a habit of revising 5 to 7 of them every day, because revising all of them in a single stretch will not help you recall and memorize anything. So I guess if you revise 5 to 7 every day and you note down the important points from that in your 20th notebook, so I guess it is going to really help for you. It is going to be really helpful for you as well, right? And then apart from this, I used to solve around 25-30 questions in the morning. Sometimes I used to obviously give 50 MCQs as well, because I feel it's very important for us to keep on solving MCQs every day, so that you do not feel that this is something new which is coming in front of me on the exam day. So in the morning, this 1 to 1.5 hours of mine was all the volatile stuff. That means the previous year's question, the 20th notebook, the recent updates, the MCQs, which can obviously range from 25 to 30 to 50 MCQs. And I was a TND student as well, so I used to revise few questions of test and discussion of the subject I'm planning to do in the day, so that I have an idea, okay, what is the most important topic I have to focus on when I'm reading that particular subject. So I always used to go for the TND as well. Like in the morning, I used to revise 20-25 questions of the TND in the morning. Now it's not a compulsion. Those of you who haven't been a TND student, it's not important that you have to actually go for the TND and you have to actually go and devote that particular time. So there is no requirement of that. It's okay if you are doing your previous year's question, your 20th notebook, your recent updates and your MCQs in the morning. You'll be fine with that, right? And then obviously I used to have my breakfast, and just bathing and everything used to happen, and then I used to start the actual day. That means the study slots which I planned, which obviously will start like from 8:30 to 10:30, then from 10:45 to 1. Like obviously I always used to keep a break of 5 to 10 minutes after every 1 to 1.5 hours of my study. So 8:45 to 10:30 I have I'm done with one slot. I will take a break of around like 5 to 7 minutes, or sometimes 10 minutes, depending on like how exhausted I am, right? Then again 10:45 to 1 I'll have another a slot, and then 1 to 2 will be my break off. I'll have my lunch, I'll take a little nap, or maybe I'll listen some songs, if I do not feel like taking a nap. So I guess it'll be, you will be adjusting according to you, right? And then again, start your slot from 2:30 to 4, and then 4:30 to 6, and then 6:30 to 8, taking regular breaks between, like in between, right? Always ensure, do not go at a stretch in revising your stuff. Maybe you're sitting from 1 o'clock and you're going ahead till 4, 5, 6. इतना एफिशिएंसी नहीं आती है. वी फील लाइक कि हम 4 घंटे पढ़ लिए, पर होता नहीं है ऐसे. सो इट डजेंट गो लाइक दैट, राइट? सो यू हैव टू एक्चुअली प्लान योर स्केड्यूल विद टेकिंग रेगुलर ब्रेक्स इन बिटवीन. आई एम अगेन गोइंग टू एम्फसाइज दिस. रेगुलर ब्रेक्स आर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू कीप you in the flow, to recharge you in a way that is going to obviously very beneficial for you to prepare for another slot, right? And then 8 to 9, I used to have my dinner and spend some time with family. And then 9 to 10 used to be my day of 9 to 10 used to be my slot of revising my images 1, revising my volatile topics 2. Volatile topics, or maybe the wrong diary, or last minute revision topics, you can call it any which ways, but I used to revise at least 5 to 7 to 10 topics depending on the content in the particular topic every night before I go to bed. It's very important for us to revise our weak topics every day so that they become your strong topics once you're approaching your exam. So we feel like कि अगर पूरा दिन सिर्फ notes कर रहे हैं, question bank कर रहे हैं, तो it's fine. No, it's not fine. You have to plan your day in a way कि notes और question bank के साथ आप बाकी important stuff भी कर रहे हो, so that you do not feel like that you are leaving certain things. ठीक है? तो I used to obviously revise my images, my wrong diary, or the last minute revision topics at this time. And I used to go through certain Instagram handles of the faculties of DAMS and Marrow both, because I feel they post some important questions, sometimes recent updates, sometimes some important flowcharts, tables, or maybe specific thing about a disease, some important one-liners they are going to post it on their social media. So I made a list of कि ये faculties का Instagram handle देखना है, और फिर उसके बाद I used to just log out. You have to train your mind in a way that you will just go there to go through the handles for educational purposes. Apart from that, nothing beyond that, okay? And ye bhi I used to do only till like 2 months before the exam, 1 to 1.5 months before the exam. To Instagram I completely deactivated, because it really consumes a lot of your time once you start scrolling it. You feel like I'm taking a break, but it's not a break, it's a good break then. So just don't go with that. You can go through these handles in a perfect way, right? And then I used to obviously attend certain Telegram quizzes, like for example, if I have to list some of them, for example, Ops and Gynae by Dr. Deepti Bahel ma'am, she conducts a quiz on her Telegram channel. Then PSMA Kashish Grover sir in DAMS, he conducts his quiz, and it was really really helpful for me to cover my entire PSM via his quiz only, because he will give you a schedule, and then he will obviously prepare a quiz for that. You will attend that quiz, you will clear your doubts, and the topic is done. I used to revise PSM only in this way. Then Ashwini sir from anatomy, he conducts his quiz every day on Telegram. Forensic medicine में Dr. Jayaprakash sir, he conducts his quiz actually 2 months before the exam, so I don't think he'll be doing it at this point of time, but once the exam is going to approach, he will surely conduct his quiz, and they are really helpful because he prepares them wonderfully. He incorporates whatever is important from previous year's point of view in those quizzes, right? And apart from that, a psychiatry में Dr. Sachin sir from DAMS, he has a channel where he posts all the important MCQs, all the important updates, all the important flowcharts and tables from psychiatric point of view. So I guess it is going to be really really helpful for you. So how I plan my day timeline, I have told you, morning 1 to 1.5 hours for those 4 stuffs, the 20th notebook, the previous year's questions, the MCQs, and obviously my recent updates. रात में 1 घंटा I am giving to my volatile stuff, that means last minute revision topics, wrong diary, and my images, my Instagram handles, and my Telegram quiz. And जो बीच का slot I have given you, this time is going to be for your notes, for your images. हर सब्जेक्ट के लिए प्लीज फॉलो दिस प्रोसेस. यू विल रीड योर नोट्स, then you will go through your images and you will save your images, your important images in your phone. Make a folder or maybe on your iPad tab, whatever product you have to store your images there. You have to save your images there so that you do not waste time in your subsequent revisions in going through the entire PDF. I did this mistake in my previous attempt when I was, I used to just revise the entire PDF all over again every revision, and this used to take a lot of time. हमें लगता है कि हमने सारी images revise कर ली, but ऐसा होता नहीं है. बहुत सारी images are already in your mind ना, तो उनको तो दोबारा revise करने की ज़रूरत है नहीं. तो एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम व्हाट यू विल डू इज कि आपको यू हैव टू सॉल्व योर इमेज, यू हैव टू स्टोर योर इमेजेस फ्रॉम दैट PDF. जो भी आपकी इमेज PDF है उसमें से जो सारी इंपॉर्टेंट इमेजेस हैं, जस्ट टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट एंड सेव देम इन योर phone, make a subject wise folder. So wo I used to revise while roaming, maybe taking a walk or whenever I do not feel like studying. So I used to open that folder and used to revise those images. It is going to save a lot of your time in your subsequent revisions. Trust me when I say that. After you're done with your notes, your images, you will solve your previous year's questions. You will mark those previous year's questions in your notes to help you differentiate what is important from previous year's point of view, previous year's question point of view. Then you will simultaneously make your 20th notebook and a list of your last minute revision topics. And then in the end, when time is going to obviously allow you, you will come back to your question bank or your custom modules. Again, I'm emphasizing it's not important for you to do your entire question bank or you have to solve these many amount of questions. इतने questions अगर मैंने solve कर लिए तो ही I'll be cracking NEET PG, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. It's a myth. Trust me when I say that. You have to solve the most important questions, that is the previous year's questions. If you have done them and then if time is there, you can go back to your custom modules or your question bank. But if time is not there, do not just fall in the trap of solving the entire question bank just for the sake of completing it. ठीक है, तो दिन में जो आपका ये स्लॉट है उसमें आपने नोट्स, इमेजेस, प्रीवियस ईयर्स क्वेश्चन, 20th नोटबुक एंड लास्ट मिनट रिविजन टॉपिक्स, एंड इफ टाइम अलाउस यू विल सॉल्व योर कस्टम मॉड्यूल्स. ओके, सो दिस इज व्हाट अ नॉर्मल डे शुड लुक लाइक. मॉर्निंग 1 hour, रात का 1 hour अलग है, उसका आई हैव टोल्ड यू व्हाट विल यू डू. एंड इन द डे योर नोट्स एंड क्वेश्चन बैंक एंड योर इमेजेस एंड योर प्रीवियस ईयर्स क्वेश्चंस, हाउ यू हैव टू डू दैट process also I have told you, right? Now there are a few pointers which I want all of you to just remember and just take into consideration while you're preparing. I believe in the fact of preparing a subject wise checklist. ठीक है, I had this mini diary of mine. ठीक है, I made this checklist of mine. यहाँ पे आप सारे subjects mention कर सकते हैं, make a list of them, and the checklist will go like from this. You have your notes, your images, your previous year's questions, then obviously it will come to as question bank or the custom modules. Then you will have your 20th notebook, your subject wise test, DVT or BTR, whatever you feel like going ahead, and test and discussion is optional. ठीक है, test and discussion में there is no need that you have to go with this thing. Although DAMS is coming with a course of fast track test and discussion, and it is really helpful because they complete this course in 3 months, and they will obviously cover the most important stuff of each and every subject in every test and discussion. A few of my friends attended this in this attempt and they really found it very useful. Although I was a test and discussion student from the very beginning, so I haven't personally attended it, but whatever my friends told me, I am telling it to you from that point of view. It is going to prove really helpful for those who haven't been able to complete their syllabus till now, haven't been able to complete their first reading till now, and they want maybe okay, how I have to go, how I have to plan my day. I guess this is going to be really helpful. Okay, so this checklist, if you have made this checklist with you, now what will you do? For example, आज आपने anatomy उठाया हुआ है, ठीक है, anatomy में what will you do? You are going to, once you're done with the subject, आपने पूरा दिन कर लिया, you are going to mark this. You will put a tick on this कि notes कर लिए, images कर लिए, previous year's questions मैंने कर लिए हैं, custom modules मैंने लगा लिए हैं, इसकी 20th notebook मैंने बना ली है. कल I will give subject wise test, write tomorrow, write the date here. ठीक है, DVT और test and discussion optional है. वो obviously DVT तो आप last में लगाओगे when the exam is going to approach. 2 months before the exam होता है DVT, तो आप तब लगाओगे उसको. ठीक है, तो you are going to make this checklist. Now how this checklist is going to be beneficial for you? फर्स्ट रीडिंग में आपने इसको लगा दिया कि मैंने फिनिश कर लिया. नाउ सपोजिटली अगर एनाटमी में आपके कुछ प्रीवियस ईयर्स क्वेश्चंस रह गए, मे बी ऑफ 2017 और 18 वट एवर ईयर यू आर सॉल्विंग, वो रह गए हैं, एंड यू हैव टू जंप टू अनदर सब्जेक्ट बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली आपने एक टाइमलाइन बनाई हुई है, राइट? सो व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हाउ दिस इज गोइंग टू प्रूव बेनिफिशियल विल बी मेंशन, राइट इट हियर दैट 2018 and 19 previous years questions are left. Okay, so you will write it there. Now when in subsequent revisions, this checklist will tell you your previous year's questions are remaining, 17 and 18 के previous year's questions are remaining. So what will you do? You are going to first of all solve them, and then you will move ahead with the revision. You will not skip what is left in the previous revision. ठीक है, another revision में हम दोबारा से we start from the notes, images, and then we come to the previous year's question. Till that time the deadline is there and we have to jump to another subject, right? So you have to ensure कि you will finish what is left in the previous revision, and then you will obviously jump to the next revision, right? That is first. Second thing, during the day, whenever you feel like you're not feeling like studying or revising your notes or solving your question bank, please go through your marrow pearls or DAMS flashcards or rapid revision shorts of Prep Ladder, or maybe your BTRs from Cerebellum Academy. Whatever platform you're following, you can go with that. This is for the time when you just feel like exhausted, boredom हो जाता है, आप कुछ नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं. At that time you can go through certain important bookmarked pearls, flashcards, and rapid revision shorts. Okay. Third is during the preparation, we feel like notes पढ़ लिए and we are solving our question bank, we are going through our images. I guess it is going to be fine. Trust me. Please start collecting your list of these important things from the first revision only, from the very first revision. 20th notebook, as I have told you earlier. Second will be your list of the last minute revision topics or the volatile stuff. Keep making this list. Start making this list from your first revision, okay? Because first reading may we feel like everything is volatile, so do not make it from that. First revision says start making the 20th notebook and the last minute revision topics. First reading से ही you can make the list of investigation of choice, drug of choice, treatment of choice, surgery of choice, all the important one-liners you feel like these can obviously come in the exam. The formulas which are obviously there in pharmacology में हैं, PSM में you have formulas, medicine में you have formulas. Just start collecting them from the first read itself and from the first revision, 20th notebook, and the last minute revision topics. And as I have told you earlier as well, images तो आपको you have to start collecting from the very beginning only. Start storing and saving those images folder wise in your phone, right? And the fourth and the most important thing is that once you are going to bed, before you go to bed, make a checklist, to-do list for next day. ठीक है, कल जो भी करना है राइट इट डाउन टाइम वाइज. मॉर्निंग स्टफ मॉर्निंग आवर्स में करना है, डे वाले आफ्टरनून स्लॉट में करना है, इवनिंग स्लॉट में करना है, बिफोर यू गो टू बेड करना, वॉट एवर यू हैव टू डू, जस्ट mention it there. And these goals and targets should be realistic, should be achievable, and they should be doable. Please do not be hard on yourself, taking कि आज मैं पूरी anatomy finish कर लेता हूँ या कर लेती हूँ. Don't do that. Anatomy is not a subject for one day. It will take you 2 to 3 days. So give it that much amount of time. ठीक है ना? They should be realistic goals, because if you do not achieve those goals, then you feel anxious and depressed about that कि I am not being that efficient. So you are not being that efficient because you are not setting realistic goals. You are actually, at the end of the day, you're a human being, okay? You're not a machine. So just plan your day according to what a normal human being will be able to deliver in 10 to 12 hours, okay? And this might not be very important for a lot of you, and a lot of us, in fact me, I myself ignored this during my preparation कि taking regular breaks is not required and it's not important. It's a wastage of time. It's not. It is not at all. Trust me, taking regular breaks में it can be anything. Your break of 15 minutes or 10 minutes after every study slot in the day, like I have told you, 1 to 1.5 hours के बाद में I always used to give 5 to 10 minutes का break. It can be weekly break, which will be obviously maybe few hours in a weekday. It can be a fortnightly break in 15-20 days I'm taking a day off. I will do whatever I feel like on that day, but not studying, right? So these breaks are very important. Please do not hesitate in taking that break. Do not feel guilty that you are taking those breaks. These regular breaks are going to recharge you. They are going to keep you on the track. It's very important to refill your battery, okay? It's very important for us to have that day off, to just make ourselves realize that it's okay. I have given 15-20 days of the preparation and I just need this day for myself, okay? And if at all you feel guilty, a little bit guilty, because होता है थोड़ा feel ना, तो just solve some previous year's questions, or maybe go through some flashcards or pearls, or maybe just go through certain images and just let it off your chest. Okay, I haven't wasted the day. I have utilized it as well. I have solved certain previous year's questions. But do whatever you feel like on that day. Watch a movie, go out, listen to songs, or maybe take a nap, sleep for a while, or spend time with your families. Whatever you feel like doing, just do that. And then the next day, start with a fresh mind, start with a fresh slate, make your checklist, make your schedule, and stick with that, and take these breaks regularly. Obviously, once the exam is approaching, they can be a few hours and not a day break. You can take few hours break, because at that time anxiety also sets in, but do take them. Okay, so I guess this summarizes my day as a NEET PG aspirant, and I guess a lot of you will be relating with that as well. Again, if I have to brief, morning 1 hour and night ka 1 hour has to be for separate stuff apart from your notes and your question bank. And the day, as I've told you earlier, as we planned, that notes, images, question bank, and your previous year's questions. So that summarizes it, and that's one. Right. So all the best. Keep going, keep hustling, don't stop, don't worry, don't panic, just don't get nervous. Anxiety will set in, but just calm yourself down, make yourself understand it's okay, it's an entrance exam, and you are going to shine, and do wonderfully well here, and will come out with flying colors. Okay, so all the best. And if there is anything you guys want me to talk about further, please feel free to comment in the comment section, or text me on the Instagram page as well. And if there is any doubt, personally, in person as well, the Instagram handle is always there. Obviously, I reply it there as well, and the Telegram link also I have given. It's not a group, but obviously my personal Telegram link I've given, so you can text me there as well, and we can discuss your problems there also. Okay, so all the best. Take care of yourself, please, please, please. Take care of yourself mentally and emotionally, very important. Okay, bye bye.